I have like no energy to do this right now. Okay, guys. Interrupting your regularly scheduled programming to have a current conversation, I guess. First of all, let's address my appearance. This is how I feel right now. Like, curling up in a hoodie and not facing anything. Hi guys, my name's Angie. I'm the Soggy Granola mom. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you don't know what Soggy Granola means, go ahead and check out my intro video. And I'm in a hoodie because I feel like garbage. Speaking of garbage, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. I honestly didn't have any plans to film anything specifically about the current events and coronavirus because obviously I don't have the type of schedule where I can just drop everything and film something that is super current. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I just don't want to add that layer of stress to my life. So I'm pushing back all of my videos that I filmed and edited that are scheduled out already to drop this one in just to talk about everything that's been going on. Saturday I was supposed to film. I planned to film. Actually, Friday I was supposed to film. And then I pushed it off and I was going to do it Saturday. And then I didn't feel like it Saturday. I didn't feel like it Sunday. We lost my husband's grandpa, who we were very close to, over the weekend. I'm starting to get affected by the fact that we can't really go anywhere. It's been fine up until this point. There's been crappy weather, so it makes me feel really down because it's dreary out. And I started my period. So I'm like emotional and a mess right now. But it's Monday and I decided I'm still not really feeling any better, but I'm gonna feel worse if I don't film anything or make any content because, like, you know, it's a huge goal of mine to just do this and see it through and make it happen every week. And one of the subjects I had on my list, like, I've been debating constantly for the last 4 days what I'm even going to film about because nothing really made me, I wasn't really that excited to film anything. And I couldn't decide. I have a whole list of ideas. So it wasn't even like trying to come up with an idea. It was the fact that I couldn't really decide on what I wanted to do. Like, nothing sounded good to me, you know, like when you're hungry and no food sounds good at all. It doesn't happen to me very often, but it does happen on occasion. One of the other reasons I think that I don't want to film stuff that is super like hot and current is just because I want to make content that people can utilize in the future. I've never been big on trends. I'm not the quickest to pick up on what's cool and what's in and what people are talking about. To me, I just wanted to make content that maybe other people could relate to for a long time to come. But I'm breaking out of that routine a little bit right now. I feel like in these times, like last night, I think the president suggested we now continue our shelter in place until April 30th, which I don't know anybody who genuinely truly thought we were going to be done with this by Easter anyway. From the point that I realized that coronavirus wasn't a hoax to distract us from the stuff going on right now. Listen, I was a little bit of a skeptic at first, but the got real. So as soon as I realized that and things clicked and I realized people were going nuts at the grocery store and hoarding and buying everything up, I was like, oh, shit's getting real. I know a lot of people were trying to be optimistic, but even having a minute awareness of what was going on in other countries, I understood that it was going to be more than a 3-week shelter in place or 3-week, stay home order or whatever. Because everybody else who was having success, they did that for 2 months, Optimism is all good and well, but you also have to be realistic. So I think a lot of people are still at the front end of this, and we're all still just kind of trying to keep ourselves occupied. So I kind of wanted to share something I started at the beginning of March, and it's actually proven to be a really good staple to keep me focused and kind of live an intentional day-to-day life in the last few days because I have been pretty down. I've noticed that I've given myself less things to do. It's all in this journal that I bought forever ago. I just like the cover of it. Don't mind all the cat hair on this. Gross. So this is the last few days, and as you can see, I fully crossed stuff out yesterday because I couldn't deal. I was having a rough day emotionally. And I think it was a combination of everything. I think it was a combination of the weather and having another loss in our family, so close to just having a loss of a friend a few months ago, and my hormones, and it was just rough. So I gave myself a little break and I didn't put anything on there other than the daily stuff that has to happen every single day when you have a baby and you don't have a choice. I don't know. I guess I bought this journal forever ago. I have like a tendency to buy mugs and journals, and both of which I don't really need. But it says, go confidently in the direction of your dreams and live the life you've imagined. So I don't know where I got this. Probably something stupid like, oh, Books A Million. I don't even know if those are still in business. I don't know. It just stood out to me a long time ago, and it just sat in a bin and didn't get used. Something kind of popped into my head of like, I think it started with the fact that I always forget what I'm supposed to be doing. I would like get up in the morning and I would set all these intentions for the day, and I would be like, okay, these are the things I need to get done. These are the things I'd like to get done. And I'd keep it in my brain, and of course it would fall out in 20 minutes. So then I started putting it on my phone, but then I like realized I'm spending too much time on my device. So let's focus your day. Take your to-do list out of that, because too often I would pick up my phone to check my to-do list and cross things off, whatever. And then I'd be messing around on social media or video game or something. It kind of like defeated the purpose of trying to be focused. So I was like, take it back to basics. I got out a journal that sat in a bin, like I said, forever, and I'd never touched it. And if I can outline my chores, my goals, my work stuff, and any plans that I have each day at the beginning of the day, maybe it would push me to complete everything I wanted to complete. So I did that, and I started writing those things down and prioritizing stuff. And what I found was that no matter how much or how little was in that list, I almost always got everything done just by setting the intention and writing it down. I feel like when times are up in the air like this, or if you feel like there's other stuff in your life that's out of control, like sit yourself down, make yourself a cup of coffee or a tea, get hygge, and start brainstorming those things you want to achieve. I feel like right now is the best time of all, because all of us have a lot more free time on our hands because none of us have like social obligations that we have to go and do right now. I do think you should take some of that time to like veg out and recharge your battery, binge watch a show, put your phone away, get off of freaking social media, stop scrolling through the 24-hour news cycle, because we all know that it's bad out there, and I'm as guilty of this as anybody else. Every single day I tell myself, like, don't watch the news today. What's the first thing I do when I sit down to give my baby her bottle but turn on the news? So I'm guilty of it. I get it. But you should definitely take some of that time that we have right now and recharge. But I also think if you give yourself something to focus on, whether it's a hobby that you wanted to start and you haven't started, furthering yourself in a professional capacity, maybe learning some more things about your job and doing some research that you want to apply to your career. If it's looking into changing your career and moving in a different direction. I know a lot of things are up in the air right now. I think we owe it to ourselves as a society to think about how we want to live our lives moving forward, because so many of us have gotten stuck in the rat race. What better time to break out of that than now? I don't know. I'm sitting here talking about living an intentional life and having direction. I have no direction with this video right now. I just knew that getting in front of the camera and talking about some of these things might help me, even though it's not my overall goal to do stuff that is super current and trendy and whatever with this channel. I felt like I needed to break out of my little cycle and just talk about some of this stuff just to help me kind of process it and help me feel a little bit better, because I have been in a funk. And if I did any other video, I would have not been excited about it, and I think that would have come across. I hope everybody out there is being smart and being safe, and even if you think this is a conspiracy or you don't think it's as serious as the media and the government are making it out to be, in my opinion, if it can save one life, if it can save one person that you care about, it's worth it. I think the general population knows that we're all going to eventually catch this because none of us have any immunity to it until we have it. But I just hope you guys are being smart and being safe. And even if you don't think it impacts you, it does impact other people. So I hope you're being considerate of others. If we go through this and everybody goes back to just being selfish a-holes, I don't even know if I can deal with that. On that note, I'm going to stop babbling because this could get a hell of a lot longer, and we all know that I can make like 30-minute videos sometimes, and I'd really rather not do that. So yeah, after this week it'll go back to pre-recorded footage. So thanks for letting me get on my soapbox and talk for a few minutes. Deuces. First of all, I keep doing this the wrong way. I know how to camera. What did I do to my bangs? I look like Justin Bieber right now. Like 12-year-old Justin Bieber.